Hi readers, welcome back to my channel, Lila Wanders and Reads. Lee here, and welcome to my weekend books. This will probably be the last one I do for a while. I've said this before, because school starts after next weekend, and I will not have time to do anything but read and write for my classes. So, yesterday I finished one book that I'd started 2 weeks ago, but I started reading another and put it down. And I'm not sure, but it could be partly me, partly my choices that I'm making about what to read. But the one that I picked up and put down is The Briar Club by Kate Quinn. Now, this seems right up my alley. I love Kate Quinn. I just couldn't really focus on it, and I think it was because long chapters, which I do not like. Let me tell you what it's about, because I do believe that I will go back later at a time that's better for me and try this one again. Washington, D.C., 1950. Everyone keeps to themselves at Briarwood House, a down-at-the-heels all-female boarding house in the heart of the nation's capital, where secrets hide by white picket fences. But when the lovely, mysterious widow, Grace March, moves into the attic room, she draws her oddball collection of neighbors into unlikely friendship. Poised English beauty Phyllis, whose facade of the perfect wife and mother covers gaping inner wounds. I need to get better at reading. Policeman's daughter Nora, who finds herself entangled with a shadowy gangster. Frustrated baseball star Bee, whose career has come to an end along with the Women's Baseball League of World War II. And poisonous, gung-ho Arlene, who has thrown herself into McCarthy's Red Scare. Grace's weekly attic room dinner parties and window-brewed sun tea become a healing balm on all their lives. But she hides a terrible secret of her own. When a shocking act of violence tears the house apart, the Briar Club women must decide once and for all who is the true enemy in their midst. So, that shocking act of violence, it starts off with that, and the house is talking, and I like that. But then it switches over to a minor character, but he might be a main character, Pete, who's the son of the landlady. And then it just, like, it goes back in time to when Grace first arrives. It just kind of got off to a slow start for me. So, this is, again, one I think I will pick up later, come back to later, because I do like Kate Quinn's writing. It just wasn't working for me. And I'll be honest, it's partly me, because I was just looking around in what I had to see what I wanted to read this evening, and it's all, nope, not interested, not interested, not interested, and I have thousands of books, so that part is on me. The other book, and I talked about this yesterday in my short, and this is a very, very popular book. Sorry, I have to stop what I'm doing to take out my bookmarks, and that is Yesteryear. Yesteryear was a huge miss for me, but let me tell you what it's about. Natalie Heller Mills is a traditional American woman, a beautiful wife and mother who sells her pioneer lifestyle of raw milk and farm-fresh eggs to her millions of social media followers. Her farmhouse is charmingly rustic, her husband a handsome cowboy, her 6 children, each more delightful than the last. So what if there are nannies and producers behind the scenes? Her kitchen is hiding industrial-grade fridges and ovens, and her husband is the heir to a political dynasty? What Natalie's followers don't know won't hurt them. And the angry women, the privileged Ivy League coastal elite haters who call her an anti-feminist iconoclast, they're sick with jealousy. Because Natalie simply isn't simply living the good life, she's building an empire. Let me stop right there. I don't know who these angry women are. She refers to angry women all the time, but you never see them come alive. And I never saw anybody sick with jealousy until one morning. She wakes up in a life that isn't hers. Her home, her husband, her children, they're all familiar, but wrong. Her kitchen is warmed by a sputtering fire rather than electricity. Her children are dirty and strange, and her soft-handed husband is suddenly a competent farmer. You see, that just didn't jive to me. When you get to the end and you realize the twist, air quotes, ending, it did not pan out for me. I did not believe who they were. Carved into the wooden threshold is a date, 1855. Jesus fucking Christ. Just yesterday, Natalie was curating photos of homemade jam for her Instagram. Now she's expected to haul firewood and hand-wash clothes until her fingers bleed. Has she become the unwitting star of a ruthless reality show? Could it really be time travel? Is she being tested by God, by Satan? When Natalie suffers a brutal injury in the woods, she realizes two things. This is not her beautiful life, and she must escape by any means possible. None of this felt real. It felt like the lead characters were caricatures of what somebody should be or what somebody is. None of it was believable. From the twist ending to, I can't spoil it here. I won't spoil it here, but there are characters throughout the book who inexplicably change or don't change, and it doesn't feel real. And look, I'm a big believer in suspending belief. It did not work for me. I don't get all the hype. I skimmed through most of it, and the big kicker, I started this 2 weeks ago, put it down, no desire to pick it up until yesterday. I thought, let me just plow through, see what the twist ending is, and I was disappointed. I don't like Natalie, but that is not a deal breaker for me. There have been unlikable characters before, and I've loved the story. I don't like the story. It doesn't feel real. It's like I said, a caricature. And I've heard some people say, or I've read online in Goodreads where people said that, oh, this is supposed to be satire. If it is bad. It just feels hollow. So, again, unpopular opinion, but it did not work for me. I am going to try to find something to read tonight, and then after this, I have to read only schoolwork stuff. So I'm going to try to find one more book. If I am able to find something and read it, maybe I will not post next weekend because I have things to do and I have to prepare for class. So, unfortunately, this may be the last time you see me for a few weeks or until I need a break from school and actually pick up another book. That's it for me. If you've made it this far, as always, thank you for sticking with me on my journey, and happy reading.